oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Mexico City team as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
So from the 37, here's second down and 8. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. On now is the Packers punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. You look at this Packers defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Shepard looking for right, and he finds him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Golden Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He's going to field this at the 4. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down. Back to throw. Shepard. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Golden Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And batting that one away in coverage, that was Kyle Hamilton. Here's 2nd and 10. When you look at this defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. He'll drop to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Yep, ready.
throwing to start the drive. Shepard. Complete to Wright. Now inside the 25. Touchdown! A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Golden Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That'll be caught right side by Reed. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Golden Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And touchdown! Caden Prater, 75 yards. And the Golden Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pass caught. That's Golden. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Nick Scorton.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Shepard. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Golden Eagles offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work.
Throwing to start the drive. Shepard.
And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Operating from the gun. Shepard. Wright's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now Cook. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Caden Prather with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Golden Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll audible to something else.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to throw here.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Matthew Golden
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Shepard.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10. Ready? 19 Lions. Go.
Back to throw. Shepard.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he's going to... And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Nick Scorton.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Throwing, Cook. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Over the middle, he's got Golden. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll look to throw now on first down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Shepard.
That one out wide and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Throwing to start the drive. Shepard. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now 2nd and 3.
Cowboy 80. Go. Cowboy 80.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
It's a big play there. 46 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Trevino. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
First down. Okay, ready? First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cook. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Nick Scorton
Getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
a chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to throw for it with Dart. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. The tight end in motion right.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cook. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Caden Prather.
A 24-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Packers 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's taken in by Golden. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a first down. They'll look to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Hitting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the 5 quarters of this game.
The Packers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 1 yard is the gain. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs from 6 yards away. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Cook.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Golden Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The Packers offense set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
60 Vikings.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw.
Pass caught. That's Golden.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
That is caught. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Throwing, Cook. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Now back to throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Back to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll drop to throw.
A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw.
That's complete to Downs.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Here we go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
This is taken around the 12. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with